Welcome every morning with a smile. Look on the new day as another special gift from your Creator, another golden opportunity to complete what you were unable to finish yesterday. Today will never happen again. In saying that, I welcome you all to another episode of Cities Skylines in the city of ARK. In the last episode, we built a farming industry to have a steady source of income for our ever-growing city. In today's episode, we will continue to expand and improvise to keep welcoming new Sims into the city. Today, we will be working to create a new residential area, a new train station, and start a new university to boost the education level of our citizens. So let's begin the episode. As always, I will be using planning roads to draw out the possible road layouts. I will try to keep the arterials as free-flowing as possible and provide cars and trucks multiple route options in and out of the area. Whenever doing the road layouts, I let my instinct take over and love creating interesting layouts. I hope you will like these. One thing I have learned playing this game for over 4 years is to respect the geography of the area and take inspiration from your city and surroundings. Our build today will be a mix of mostly residential with some commercial. My collector road for this area will be a 2-lane 2-way road. With proper use of asymmetric roads at junctions and traffic lights, I hope to keep the traffic under check. We will also place a brand new railway station to the right of the river to provide easy access to our university, which too we will build today. As for the river, I will have couple of parallel roads following the river on both sides. They will be connected by one bridge midway through. I have kept 2 larger squares right in front of the proposed station vacant to build a parking lot, a commercial area, and a park to add some entertainment to the area. With the main junctions ready, I will now place some inner roads to fill up the area and then proceed to upgrade the roads. Now it's time to finally start the build and start plopping buildings. But before that, let me fix the terrain by smoothing and leveling the topography changes. By now, most of my regular viewers must have realized that I prefer placing buildings more than vanilla zoning. I love plopping because it gives me more control to achieve the look I want to go for in an area. Secondly, I love detailing the residential areas to make them look more realistic. I have placed some bungalows and some mid-century assets. The mid-century assets may complain of lower land value, and if they do, I will replace them with something else. I want this side of the river to be more like an high-end suburb with bigger lot sizes. Lots of supermarkets and services, and as we move towards the sea, we will transition to some townhouses. While editing this video, I have downloaded some more New Zealand assets of Steam Workshop. We'll definitely use them in the coming episodes in some other areas. This is the time lapse of the detailing of the bungalows. I began by choosing the right kind of fence and placing them at the back, near the railway track and between the houses. As I was putting in the fences, I realized I can use the space at the back of some of the bungalows to create a pedestrian access to this area and the proposed station. Having pedestrian access across different areas within your city will encourage Sims to walk and thereby reduce traffic. Trees act as natural sound barriers and also provides privacy to the backyards of these properties. Before we placed the new railway station, we need some more residents in the area. Currently, the demand is at its highest and we should try and cash in as much as possible. With the farming industry in place, the city desperately needs workers. These townhouses are compact buildings which can hold 4 to 5 households easily. I love townhouses because they look so uniform and structured from top. I also placed some commercial buildings to keep up with the demand. Next up, I will start detailing the area. I placed some more fences between single hole flats and then placed some walking paths along the collector near the sea. In the next episode, we will detail the beach area. I will place some retaining walls and provide more pedestrian access to this area. That should bring more life to this area. With the initial residential area completed, it was time to add a new railway station to the area. My initial approach was to use a smaller railway station and place it by replacing the existing track. I quickly realized that since we are going with single track system for both passenger and cargo, we will see trains backed up whenever there is a train stopped at the station. Also, the area doesn't justify a larger station with bypass track. So I decided to place the station on a bypass track itself. Little bit of playing around with node controller, the bypass track was ready. Here at the 4-way junction, which is the busiest, I decided to upgrade the roads to 3-lane each-way roads to get dedicated lanes and activated the red traffic lights. This was to regulate the traffic better. I had to use Move It to readjust some of the buildings around the junction. Moving on, let's move to the proposed parking lot for the station. I love using big parking lot assets in normal sized maps. In this series, we may use it lesser due to the lesser buildable area available on the map. But in this case, I decided to build a parking lot keeping in mind the railway station and the commercial buildings we will have in the vicinity. I did have trouble realigning the node heights since it was on a slope, but was able to come out with a nice flat parking lot. I needed to use Move It to realign the roads and the nodes within the parking lot. I really need to learn using POs and other props to get this right in a better way. A little bit of commercial building next to the station and some terraforming around the parking lot, so we have nice gentle slope to work with. To add to the area, I decided to place some parks. Next, I created a line between our intercity station and the new station to provide more transport options for our sims. This will also help with encouraging more students to attend the university. Let's see how the short train ride looks like. It's a straight track with lots of greenery and bridges before transitioning into the denser and populated old town center. Then I moved on to detailing the park area. To make the area more attractive and raise the land value, I placed these parks. They are a great way to add entertainment to any residential area and also adds so much character to the area if done properly. The longer pine trees provide a closed-off park area away from the trains and commercial buildings. I then placed some props to fill up any empty spots within the park. The train track elevates as it goes towards the river, and a nice way of covering the terrain changes is using large bushes. Coupled with some patches of tall grass, these patches look so raw and natural. I then zoned some residential along the riverbank and unpaused the game. I like the way the area has developed. With population reaching close to 8,000, I decided to start a university area. The area to the right of the river seemed perfect due to its vicinity to the station and the arterial roundabout. Last episode we built our farming area. Soon enough we will also build an oil or forest industry to make more money. But having the right balance of educated Sims helps you build office areas, IT parks, as well as high-density commercial areas. I started off by placing the university main building and then went on to place some more small to medium-sized university assets to fill the area. I will leave you to the time lapse and be back shortly. With the university and the train station going, it was time to finish off the area. Being bang on in the middle of the walk between the station and the university area, it only made sense to have some eateries and a nice little park. At this point, I just took a short break to admire the simulation and then went back into some more detailing. Next up, I started working on the area south of our university. I see this as a small university suburb with lots of vanilla, low residential zoning and some commercial, of course. While placing the planning roads, I was mindful of the cemetery area. This is an old ruin and I wanted to keep this and build a nice park around it. Once the roads around the old cemetery was done, this provided me with the basic layout, and completing the rest didn't take long. I started by identifying the best spots for some commercial shops right at the center of our residential and park area. The city park and the layout was no-brainer. I placed the main gate and few more side gates to cover the different sides of access into the park. Joined the gates with paths I then placed a park fence around the park area and finished off the area by placing trees along the boundaries. I continued to zone further and zoned heaps of more residential. Using zoning adjuster, I tried to maximize the space usage. The population went from 8,400 to 9,400 within minutes of me unpausing the game. The traffic situation was really good and overall area looked really awesome. I then proceeded to do some more detailing off camera. Coming up is the time lapse of today's build. I placed a couple of plaza and more paths along the waterfront. Placed trees all along the collector. Don't mind the power cables along the beach. Next episode I will definitely remove them and beautify the area and provide more access. Lots of sims using our pedestrian path, joining the old town to the university town. The bungalows with their custom fences and detailing along the railway track look really good. There's our countdown. It is a New Zealand asset, and as I said, I will place more of them in the coming episodes. I used surface painter to cover the grass patches along the commercial area, provided ample parking as I banned roadside parking along the main road. The university bookstore next to the station really complements the area. On the other side of the river is our university. Pretty basic at this stage, but we will definitely extend to improve the education level. Across the university to your right is the city park integrating the old cemetery. It is a nice little suburban park for sims living nearby. On the left is a low resolution vanilla zoning. I have used hedges extensively to beautify the area. So that's it for today. I hope you liked today's build. See you in the next one. Until then, this is Diplo signing off.